Let us then turn this government back into the channel in which the framers of the Constitution originally placed it. Let us discard all this quibbling about this man and the other man, this race and that race and the other race being inferior, and unite as one people throughout this land until we shall once more stand up declaring that all men are created equal. Abraham Lincoln.
Hello, I'm Kent Masterson Brown, and welcome to In the Declaration, All Men Are Created Equal, Abraham Lincoln in Illinois, 1830 to 1860. Abraham Lincoln. More has been written about him than any other American. Still few Americans know about Lincoln's resolve to become educated. He used every opportunity to read history and great literature, and he taught himself skills that would be useful in life. In that process, he developed a profound devotion to the history of his country and to its founders, a devotion that turned the Declaration of Independence from a relic of the American Revolution into a living instrument that fundamentally formed the creed America adopted that helped make all men and women free. This is that story of Abraham Lincoln. In a one-room log cabin 3 miles south of Hodgenville, Kentucky, on a cold February 12, 1809, Abraham Lincoln was born to Thomas and Nancy Hanks Lincoln. He was their second child. The first, Sarah, was only 1 year old. Thomas Lincoln relocated his little family to Knob Creek, about 9 miles north of Hodgenville in 1811, where he leased a small farm. Abraham Lincoln was only 2 years old. By 1816, the Lincolns moved to what is now Spencer County, Indiana. Nancy Hanks Lincoln contracted a disease caused by cattle eating a poisonous white snake root and passing it along in their milk. She died on October 5, 1818, and Thomas buried her remains not far from the Lincolns' cabin. Abraham Lincoln was only 9 years old. After the death of Nancy Hanks Lincoln, Thomas Lincoln returned to Kentucky often. There he became reacquainted with a widow in Elizabethtown named Sarah Bush Johnston, shown here in old age. Thomas and Sarah were married in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, in December 1819, 14 months after the death of Nancy Hanks Lincoln. Sarah brought to the Lincolns in Indiana a modest dowry, along with her own 3 children, Even with 8 people living in the Lincolns' cabin, including a cousin, Dennis Hanks, she brought order out of chaos.